Drought conditions persist in the region across much of the country as well, and that has led to an increased risk of fires.
Crews in Scott County, Virginia, working to contain a wildfire that led to a nearby elementary school being released early today. It's happening near Hilton Elementary School in the mountains of Scott County. The school announced earlier that dismissal was a precaution and the school is not in direct danger.
News Channel 11's Ethan Offit has been where all of this is happening all day. So Ethan, what have you learned?
Yes, Sarah and Casey, at this point, the Virginia Department of Forestry and the Hilton's Volunteer Fire Department tell me that well over 200 acres have been burned on the mountain behind me. And let me go ahead and step out of the way so we can show you what we're taking a look at. As you can see, really across this ridge from your left all the way to your right, smoke is continuing to come up from flames that crews have been battling for well over 24 hours now. And actually, if you look a little here to the right, before our live shot started, as y'all were wrapping up the 5:30 show, there was actually flames that started coming up in that direction. Now, you can't see it anymore, but I can confirm, and my photographer can as well, that those flames were right over that house there on that ridge. But as I mentioned, the Virginia Department of Forestry and the Hilton's Volunteer Fire Department were the crews responding to this fire. Let's go ahead and give you a look at what neighbors saw as the fire started and headed into the morning hours. These were the scenes neighbors along Country Shire Circle woke up to early Monday morning after a wildfire was started.
We went in with a crew of approximately 11 people. We had fire lines around it several different times, but the wind got up and the fire jumped. We had a neighbor that had a dozer, went in and cut out an old fire logging road to start with, and then once the Virginia Department of Forestry arrived, they went in with another dozer. This is what the mountain looks like on Monday after crews have battled flames for 24 hours. The Virginia Department of Forestry is now the lead crew battling the blaze.
We're implementing some new lines, doing some more structure protection, getting ready to do a larger burnout operation, so we've got better operational control over it. So that's going to be taking place probably within the next couple of hours. We'll start our firing operation, see if we can get a handle on it.
The Department of Forestry has also called in a helicopter from Asheville to contain the fire, which is currently halfway contained. Chief Sanders says there were no injuries due to the fire, but Hilton's Elementary released students early after smoke entered the building.
The air conditioners was pulling smoke into the building, and they called parents and told them they could pick them up earlier if they had a way to do that. And the ones that were not able to be picked up are, to my knowledge, still at the school in a safe location.
With drought conditions across the region, both departments are urging people to not start a fire right now.
You're only allowed to burn between 4 p.m. and midnight. You're not allowed to burn after midnight or rekindle a fire after midnight. And if you do decide to burn after 4 p.m., right now we discourage it because of the current weather conditions.
I would encourage you not to burn it all. It is so dry. The humidity is low. No rainfall predicted in the near future.
Yeah, and so Sarah, Casey, as soon as I went off the camera right there, flames across this ridge where I was originally standing started shooting up. They've died back down pretty quickly, but you can see that a lot of this smoke is starting to pile up and thicken up here. Let me step back into the shot now. And another thing that I want to add, Sarah and Casey, is that within the next 30 minutes, crews tell me that behind Hilton's Elementary School, they're going to start ripping out trees and trying to blow some of these flames back towards itself to put itself out. So if you're traveling around the Hilton's Elementary area, please be careful. And Chief Sanders with the Hilton's Volunteer Fire Department tells me that when this is all said and done, over 360 acres will have been burned, which is basically the entire mountain that's behind me. But Sarah and Casey, we're going to send it back to you now in the studio. Reporting live in Hilton's, Virginia, Ethan Offit, News Channel 11.